What up, guys? You know what time it is. This review's been a long time coming. So let me break it down for you. Here's what I think. I don't want this video to be too long. Here's what I think. I think that if you have your bow explode, you better have a backup bow, because if it's right before bow season, you won't be hunting. It took Hoyt a little bit over a month to get my bow back to me, and then when I got it back, the draw length modules, one was in the 29, one was in the 28. Okay, one was in the 29, one was in the 28. My pro shop didn't catch it, and the after we got that right, the cams were way out of timing, so we had to get that back in time, and actually at a later date. Didn't even catch it because it was still shooting just really good. The Excel AccuTouch sight, I never could get the third axis tight. I got it level, thought it was tight, bumped it, moved. Did it again and again and again. It was just one of them things where I don't know if I cinched it down so tight that it messed it up, but I couldn't get it tight. So I said, forget all that. I went and got the HHA Kingpin. I sold the XL, went and got the HHA Kingpin. And I can tell you this, I got this thing level in, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. First axis, third axis, second axis. It leveled really quick, really easily, a lot easier than that Excel sight. I mean, a lot easier than the Excel sight. Here it is, Ridge Reaper camo with the carbon weave limbs. See if I can get this without the blur on it. All right, carbon weave limbs, carbon blade by Fuse, trophy take a rest. And I will tell you this thing shoots awesome. We were shooting pretty good out to about 150 yards. I was shooting at 170, but I was aiming about 4 foot over the target, actually using the backstop against the top of my bubble and falling about 4 feet short. I just didn't have nothing else to aim at with any height. I was gonna have to keep aiming over, and just wasn't really feeling like doing it. Bow shoots awesome, shoots great. The draw is consistent all the way through. Feels awesome to draw. It's a little heavy compared to like a single camera, like a Matthews Creed XS, like I said I was shooting last year. I won't be buying a bow next year, or probably the year after that, unless I fall into a big bag of money. If you want to send me some money, or if Hoyt, if you're seeing this and you want to sponsor me, hey, you can send me a bow. I have no problem with that. I'll do reviews on them. But this bow shoots awesome. Now, just real quick, I want to get off topic real quick. I was shooting the Killzone Max, not anymore. I shot a deer, and I probably shouldn't have shot because of low, it was too dark. And I actually spine shot that deer, and it bent one of the Killzone Max. Now this is a Killzone with the chisel tip. This is not with the Killzone Max. This is just a 2-inch cut. The Killzone Max is about a 2.5. It's not quite 2.5, but it's close. So once the deer was on the ground, I shot it again, and it actually broke the broadhead off at the ferrule in the insert. So wouldn't really call it a fluke, but they both broke. And one was broke off in the insert, and I had to take a little screwdriver and unscrew the insert out of the insert. Gold tip, 300 spine, XT Hunters. This is probably the best arrow on planet Earth in my opinion. Again, gold tip, if you want to sponsor me, that's cool too. Send me all kinds of arrows, because I break and lose a lot of them. But with that being said, I'm actually switching back to the Easton Full Metal Jackets, but I'm going Easton Full Metal Jacket. Dangerous game, 300 spine with the 75 grain brass inserts. Couple reasons for that. Number one, I just want more punching power. I don't care what y'all say or what anybody has to say. I like heavy arrows. Like I said in my last video, I shoot, not anymore, but I would shoot 200 grain fixed blades. And out of this type of arrow, and just love heavy arrows. So switching to the big game, they're 15.5 grains per inch, 75 grain insert. The thing I didn't like about the Easton Full Metal Jackets is because of the aluminum on the outside, if you group them and they hit each other, they dent each other. When they dent, they bend. So then they don't shoot straight no more. So you can't group them. Well, I used to shoot fobs. Yeah, I showed y'all fobs in the last video. I used to shoot fobs. Well, you can't group those either because they'll hit each other and they'll break. Well, I was thinking about it, and what more of a perfect combination could you have than shooting an arrow that you can't group to fletching that you can't group? You can group them, I mean you can, but as soon as they start banging into each other, they just start getting messed up. So I'm actually switching back to the fobs, Easton Full Metal Jacket, 15.5 grain, the Dangerous Game, 300 spine, 75 grain inserts. Now, this is what I want y'all to let me know, what y'all think. Spitfire Max or Muzzy Trocar, or what you like. I'm thinking about the Spitfire Max with almost a 700 grain arrow. That 3-blade Spitfire Max, I don't think it'd have any problem even going through both shoulder blades. I might be wrong, who knows, but we'll see. I hope I make only perfect double lung shots and I don't try to do anything but that. But we'll see, you know, only time will tell. I know with those Simmons Land Sharks, I have blew through both shoulder blades and it didn't stop. But tell me what y'all think about that. I'm still not going to shoot lighted nocks. I just don't really care for them. I think it's really cool to shoot them at targets at night, but I just personally don't like them for hunting. They don't add any kind of downside to your hunting experience or whatever. They definitely have a benefit, being able to see where your arrow goes, but also I believe that when the arrow flexes and it hits here and your arrow flexes up, it also doesn't always look like it goes where the light enters at. So gives you a good rough estimation, but still I don't believe it's foolproof in finding what your arrows hit. But let me know about the broadheads. Now, like I said about the low light condition, I bought this sight with a 2-inch housing because I really wanted a big housing because I want a larger peak. Well, being this far away from the riser, and I want it this far away from the riser, being this far away from the riser, even with a 2-inch housing, the small 1/8 inch peak, which I got the titanium G5 Meta peak, it contrasts perfect. I mean, it circles this thing perfect, but it's so small it just doesn't let light in. Last year on my Matthews Creed XS, I shot a 1/4 inch Meta peak, the blue one, the blue plastic one. And thinking about going back to that, even though it's going to be bigger around the housing, I'm a big boy. I can center my sight, but it'll let more light in. I might go to I have a smaller one also. I won't even have to buy another one of these either. It's a G5 Meta peak, but it's the 3/8 or something like that. Yeah, 3/8 or something. I don't know. It's smaller than the 1/4. It's the next size down from the 1/4. Don't quote me on what size it was. It's just small. It's just smaller than the 1/4. But think about switching to that. Tell me what you think about that. This rest is doing awesome for me. It's the second year I've shot this rest, and I'm glad I found this rest. I actually tried the G5 drop away rest. I can't even think what it's called now, but it's the one you push the little button and it stays up. That was a really good sight. But the thing about it is, it has a silicone liner in the arm, and shooting it just started wearing that silicone out. And yes, you can get replacement silicones for it, but I found that the felt that comes on this rest just lasts longer than the silicone would last on that G5, the G5 arrow rest, the drop away rest by G5. It worked awesome. It grouped great. It got out the way. It was pretty cool how you push the button and it kept the arrow up, but I didn't like when if you drew back and then let down, the rest went down with it. I didn't like that. That's why I didn't like the I think it was the ripcord drop away rest compared to the QAD drop away rest. The QAD stayed up, the ripcord did not. That's why I didn't really like the ripcord. Matter of fact, I had to let down on a deer one time and the deer heard it because it said bang, bang, bang and banged everything. But super nice sight, super nice bow. I love everything about it. It shoots awesome, shoots great. If there's anything I missed, let me know. There will be no hunting videos this year. I've lost the charger to both my cameras and broke the battery for my GoPro. So there'll be no hunting videos this year. It sucks, man. I even bought a new camera arm this year for my cameras, and I can't find either one of my chargers, and I just really don't have the money to buy a new camera or even really want to spend the money on a charger when you can just get a new camera. That's just my philosophy. My philosophy is this. Same thing for a bow like this. Okay, y'all like this bow? Y'all want to buy a bow like this bow? You ain't got the money to buy this bow. That's cool, man. Neither do I. I don't have the money to buy this bow either. I actually took out a loan for a motorcycle. My wife wouldn't let me buy the motorcycle at the last minute, so I actually bought this bow, and I was super happy to do so. You know, but the thing about it is this: I've bought stuff that was my second choice before, and only thing that ever happened, whether it was a gun, whether it was a bow, whatever. You buy your second choice, you're not satisfied. You sell it, take a loss, save up more money, then you buy your first choice. It's cheaper just to save up your money and buy your first choice. I bought that Matthews Creed XS wanting the Hoyt Carbon Spider Turbo, and I was never really satisfied. And so what did I do? I sold the Creed, took a loss, like $300 or $400 loss. I took a loss and then ended up paying more for what I wanted. Now by this time this Defiant came out and I shot both, and this is a leaps and bounds a much better bow. It's really, really awesome. So my advice to y'all is get what you want. If you can't get it now, that's cool. Save your money, then get what you want. With all that being said, if you like the video, leave a comment. If you don't like the video, hit like and subscribe. So comment, like, and subscribe, and click the links here, 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 here. And if I left anything out, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all want to see. Look, y'all want to see a review of something, a review of a bow, a review of an arrow, a review of a broadhead. If you want to see a review of a gun, or a review of an ammunition, whatever it is, y'all let me know in the comments. I'll read every comment. I try to respond to every comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all want to see. I'll make it happen. All right, thanks guys.